All right, today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to quick adjust your secondary like a pro and try to understand the blues that are behind your secondary and what they do. Okay, before we get into it, drop a like, subscribe, become members. You're going to need a scheme to be able to push toward the higher levels and beat people at the higher levels. You're going to need a scheme. There's just no way around that situation. Luckily for you, you've came to the cheapest place because I have two schemes that I'm dropping. The 3-3 Cub is coming. Plus we have a pro bunch scheme that's coming from a pro player, all in the members area for you guys to use. Trust me when I tell you, you need a scheme. You cannot get through the higher ranks without a scheme. You have no choice, man. You're going to have to be able to hide your defenses. You're going to have to be able to hide your offenses, right? If they see you coming out 3 or 4 different offenses, they already know what you're going to run because you tend to run back to the same plays over and over. And a scheme prevents that, all right? It helps you. So let me show you guys that are newer to Madden. I'm not going to make any personnel changes because this is about the secondary. And we'll just start with a cover 2. Let's go ahead and run cover 2 drop. Okay, and we'll pick anything on, well, actually, let's pick verticals. Okay, so right here's our base setup. We're going to be focused on the blues today. When you see cover 2 zone, what are you seeing? Or what does this mean? All right, now today we're focused only on the blues, so we're not going to talk about the 3 red hooks, the mid reads, or the cloud flats. What you're seeing right here are what they call deep halves. In cover 2, these guys are responsible for half of the field. Okay, so the left side safety, right side safety, right, free safety, strong safety. One of them's designated for one half of the field, and the other's designated for the right side of the field. So in a cover 2, these guys are supposed to hold it down. Now the mid read is supposed to be able to tell that someone's coming over the middle and bail toward the middle on that route. However, there are setups in this game where even I use it with post dig shot. I can convince your mid read not to go back there and score a one play tutty. So this is why knowing your defensive blue adjustments is key. Now, how do you pull up the blue adjustments? You're going to use wire triangle, right? And you see the box that says quick adjust. We're going to tap it twice. So wire triangle twice. That's going to bring out everybody in the backfield. Now, you remember the guys that were on the deep halves. It was L, B, and A. What's cool about the quick adjust with the wire triangle twice is that we could change those guys to whatever we want. They don't necessarily need to be deep halves, but in a cover 2 is probably a good idea. But let me take you through the stages of how I do this. Okay, so LB, right? If I'm gonna want to make this look like a cover 3, I can take LB and I can put him on an inside third. You'll see in the left side of your box, you'll have deep half, inside third, hook curl. On the right side box, you have man coverage, inside quarter, and blitz QB spy. So what I would do if I wanted to disguise my cover 2, but show it to my opponent on the previous play screen, is I'll put this guy on an inside third, okay? And then I'll highlight this guy or bring up the quick adjust, right? Select A, put this guy on A. You don't want him on an inside third, right? You want him to stay on his deep half. And then you want to take Gardner, okay? This guy, your corners can also utilize the blues. Now, what do these thirds mean, okay? In thirds, I'll show you guys really quick. You'll notice that the cover 2 is deep halves. Let's go to a cover 3 so you guys can actually see this in a cover 3 format. I just want a regular cover 3. It doesn't have to be a crazy one, bro. I guess this one's fine. Okay. Let's just go back to verticals, and I'll show you guys on defense. You'll see that there's 3 blues, and they're all called thirds in cover 3. They are responsible for a third of the field, each one of them. Okay, so left side's a third, the middle's a third, and the right side's a third. Okay, so that's what that means. That's why in this box they're called thirds. Well, let me select X. That's why they're called outside third, inside third, and outside third. So left, middle, right. And they're responsible in that cover 3 for 1/3 of the field. So let's talk about the cover 4. What about cover 4? What are we seeing when we see cover 4? And I'm glad you asked. Let's go ahead and go cover 4 drop. Let's look at this right here. Bring up the blues. You'll see there's 4 blues now in this cover 4. What does that mean? Well, these blues are called quarters. They are responsible for a quarter of the field. Now, when do you want to run cover 4 with quarters? When they need a lot of yards, they need to get down the field, and you're trying to just give them everything underneath, you can run cover 4 quarters. All right. You also want to run cover 4 against tight formations in a base align format. So you want to base align this defense, assuming that it's like bunch, right? So we press the wire triangle, you'll see the baseline icon, and then we want to press wire triangle, left stick down for press. And what this does is, you see that quarter flat out there by himself. If they try to run a corner route and they're not running a clear out, so if they don't motion out B for the clear out, that quarter will play the corner route pretty damn good, okay? And then you still have your other quarters in the game. And the way you want to attack this on offense, you want to go underneath. Okay, you can go underneath, you can go deep, a deep delayed in route. So meaning the play has progressed a little bit, then the in route comes over the middle of the field. You can do that as well. And since it's a match coverage, which is the quarter flats, you can run drags and slant combinations, just different things like that to help you out. Okay, now let's just assume, right? And this is what I do a lot. Let's assume you're running man defense. In man defense, okay? In man defense, let's say LB blitz 0. If you notice in man defense, and come back to verticals, you have no blues because everybody has man up assignments, okay? Now, remember at the beginning of the video, I told you guys you need a scheme. Whenever I run my scheme, okay, let me come back. Whenever I run my scheme, I always come out in base with my coaching adjustments. So I'll leave auto flip on, go to base here on auto alignment, and then I'll come back in LB blitz 0. Because if I don't do that and I run man blitz, guess what's going to happen? It's going to show my opponent that I'm in man defense. All right, maybe I've been running cover 2, maybe I've been running cover 3, cover 4 quarters. I want it all to look the same, so he never knows, right? Because once he gets tipped off about you running man defense because the alignment, then they're going to know to run zig, slants, max protect if they think it's a blitz. But right here, you'll notice that now we're back on our cover 4 look, but it's still man defense. So here, what we can do, since we have no blues, is we can press, right? Then we can create a cover 3 shell. So we can bring up our quick adjust, press X for Gardner, put him on an outside third, right? And since the bunch is on the right side, we could take Adams and we could put him on an inside third. Okay, you could even bring these guys down. And then you could take this guy, Ramsey, and you could put him on an outside third. So now we have a cover 3 shell. All right, now you have, who do you have open? You have the left side open, so we could put a curl flat with this guy right here, in case there's a something in route or whatever. A post might get you still with this setup right here. And you have your tight end who's not being guarded as well. So we want to go ahead and man up the tight end. Well, actually, oh, I manned up the wrong guy, my bad. This guy's supposed to be manned up to the tight end. Outside receiver's not manned up, so we want to baseline press. I don't know why he's not going outside, but this guy should come out here. So if that receiver is going on a corner route, then my outside third is still going to be able to play it. So all I really need to focus on is, where is 10 going? I have thirds on the field. Where is he going, right? And then you have your running back who can cook you really fast. So if you have time, you bring this guy closer to play him. QB contain, spread the D line, pass commit, things of this nature. And now you have this look. Okay, now this is verticals, which means this tight end might be able to get over or the Mechie. And then I got the pick because I know already how a lot of people play this game, and I know what to do as far as users and stuff and whatnot. So I hope this helps you guys, you know, progress, understand the blues in the backfield, and you'll start to understand when you run them. Okay, so cover 2, underneath coverage, stops a lot of the inside routes. Cover 3 stops a lot of the outside routes, but leaves your seam routes open, which is your verticals play. That's why verticals offense performs really good. Cover 4 stops a lot of the backfield stuff, but leaves a lot of things underneath. Man defense, just like it's self-explanatory, just plays man defense, right? So it's a chess match. You got different defenses, and you can do things. You can just have fun with it. You can actually put 2 deep halves, so now it's like this. You see what I'm saying? Now we have like a cover 2, but we're showing our opponent that it's LB cross. And you can just go ahead and reman up your running back and man up the tight end. So now we have a real, and we can shade underneath. So whenever you put deep halves, you can press wire or triangle, right stick down for underneath, and now we have the underneath coverage as well. And that's that. Okay, that hope that explains a lot for you guys. Become members. You're gonna need a scheme because I go through all of this in the members area for you guys as far as the defenses go. And like I said, we're in the Legends division, winning Super Bowls. We barely even lose in Ultimate Team because my team is stacked, son. Drop a like. Love you guys, man. Peace.